Now that we're done with quantitative research, it's now time to move forward to qualitative research. So again, we are looking at 6 similar dimensions, and you can obviously see the difference between quantitative and qualitative. So let's start off with the problem. So kanina sa quantitative, ang problem po natin is describing trends and finding explanations for relationships. Pero sa qualitative na research, kailangan po yung problem natin is actually about an exploration. An exploration of an emerging or bago, or kahit hindi pa man siya bago, wala pa tayong masyadong alam in a particular phenomenon. So um, kaya our literature therefore plays a little bit minor role but still justifies the problem. Bakit po minor role yung review of related literature in qualitative studies? Kasi nga, we're dealing with new phenomenon. So ibig sabihin, pag new pa siya, wala pa masyadong nagre-research ng ganyan. Therefore, you have nothing to little information in the literature. Pero it still justifies the problem because, di ba, one ways of knowing is by reasoning by analogy. So ibig sabihin, you can still find certain phenomena that somehow resembles the current phenomena that you want to explore, but not exactly, right? So it's like totally different, but you can find similarities in that. So since it is similar, it can still justify that kakailanganin pa din siya na i-research kasi kaya nga, no, it has no to little information about the phenomena, the rich understanding of that phenomena, missing pa siya. So kailangan ma-justify mo pa din, no? So yan, by means of analogy, we can still find literatures that somehow resembles, even provides you with particular methods, no, in doing such and such in that particular research. So yan, so that's the difference between quantitative and qualitative in terms of the problem and the role of the review of related literature. So Quante kanina, the review basically shapes, no, basically directs what kind of questions you need to ask. As at the same time, it also pushes you to identify what kind of questions, no, kailangan mo itanong, right? But here, it's not, right? It's not. Now, kanina din, yung questions natin, yung hypotheses and objectives in a quantitative research is very specific, narrow, objective, observable, tsaka measurable, diba? So, dito naman sa qualitative, yung purpose and research questions natin is general and broad. Kasi nga, hindi pa natin alam ano yung phenomenon. So, you have to be more open so that you can have a richer understanding of the emerging phenomena. So, kakailanganin yan, di ba? So, you have to be more open. So, the research questions then are general and broad. At the same time, it can cater, no, to as many, no, information that you can get with the participants' experiences. Ayan. Fourth, defining characteristic of qualitative research is that your data is based on words, or we can say that you have textual data as compared to numeric data in quantitative. This time in qualitative, you have textual data that's coming from interviews, observations, and recordings. No? So all of those things, as long as it's like text, okay? Text, even images actually, no, part of the qualitative data that we actually get. So yeah, next would be analyzing data is for description and themes using text analysis and looking for meaning, no? Interpreting the larger meaning of the findings as opposed to analyzing trends, statistical analysis, comparing groups and whatnot. So that's quantitative. This time sa qualitative tayo, we are looking for descriptions and themes and interpreting the meaning, no? Ano yung kahulugan para sa mga respondents natin, what this phenomenon is about. Ayan. And finally, kanina, di ba, yung pag mag-analyze tayo, our interpretation is coming, sa quantitative, yung interpretation natin, it should be anchored sa ating sinasabi nating literature. But dito, hindi masyado. Kasi ikaw nga yung nagbibigay ng meaning sa bago mong nakuha na data. So something like that. And last but not the least, in qualitative research, writing the report has to have a flexible and emerging structures rather than fixed and standardized ones in the quantitative. And another thing is that in qualitative research, it should reflect basically the researcher's subjective understanding and even the bias, no? Yung bias niya. Kasi ikaw ngayon, di ba? So for example, sa ethnography, ikaw ngayon nag-immerse. So basically, ikaw as a person, you are the lens by which you understand the phenomena. So para bang it would not be possible to do qualitative research pag unbiased ka. Kasi ikaw mismo as a person, you have a different interpretation of the meaning, right? Of your experience being immersed in that particular environment or culture or something like that. So, yan.